Welcome to episode 8 of the Steep Dreams podcast, the Mad Hatters, Lauren and Jeff. Today we have a special episode, but before we get there, I want to talk about...
Episode 8.
I said episode 8.
You didn't.
I did. Anyway, we'll check. Ocho. I said Ocho, I think. Anyway, Trail Challenge on October 25th, coming up. The Quicksilver Trail Challenge. Half marathon, 10K.
1 mile kids race.
1 mile kids race.
Registration and ultra sign up. Always need volunteers.
Sounds good.
And we have a board meeting coming up on Tuesday. Those are public meetings, but generally, why would the public want to go? But that's the board of directors for the Quicksilver Running Club. We talk about things like our races and barbecues and fundraising efforts. That's coming up on Tuesday.
And now let's get to our special guest. This is someone who has been a 2-time Western States silver bucklerist, 2-time Hard Rock finisherist, Fat Dog 120 winner, Barkley Marathon's loser, 2-time winner and course record holder of the local Terrible Horrible No Good 50K, and our Strava local legend, the one, the only, John Burton.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Welcome to the pod.
Welcome, John. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, quickly, where's Dylan? Is
Dylan
gonna be joining us?
Dylan Bowman?
Yeah, this is the Free Trail podcast.
Debo?
Yes.
Dylan, I just got a text. He can't make it. He was, I guess they celebrate Thanksgiving in his country.
Call my agent here.
This day.
Mark, I don't know what you booked me for. It's like 2 dudes in the basement and a bunch of cats running around here. We'll talk later.
Wait, this is Dylan. This is Dylan. Yeah, it says he's embarrassed by John's rampant trespassing and can't make it.
All right, well, let's get right into it. You're known for your love of hiking and running off trails and exploring in the mountains, which gets you into some trouble with the local authorities. Tell us some of the tidbits of how you became Mid-Penn's most wanted.
Well, one time, a couple of friends, Thomas Anderson, Papa Silverson, and Zach Steinkamp and I were doing a run in Sierra Azul, and this was around the time before Mount Umum was open to the public, and there's still some military bases up there, the barracks, swimming pools, mess halls, and I'm not saying where we were running, but it was around that time frame. And when we returned to the parking lot, the Rangers are waiting for us.
Interesting.
And Zach and Thomas finished a little earlier than me because I took an alternative route. When I got to the parking lot, I saw the Rangers talking to them. And afterwards, I'm like, hey, what did the Rangers say? And they're like, he asked us if we knew this John Burton guy because he said he was going to get him. And then I later heard from a true story. It's like a Roscoe Pico train. We're going to get him. And this Ranger, Kerry, we'll call him, his big thing is he thought Rangers should be able to carry guns. And I think he pictured himself like Rambo. You know, there's a illegal grow operation, and he's running there with a machine gun, flamethrower, and shootouts. But no, it was fine. And I have a lot of love and respect for Rangers and the work they do to keep people safe and keep the trails safe. But I did hear from a mutual friend that they went into the office in Mid-Penn, and my picture was hanging there, kind of like dead or alive, Mid-Penn's most wanted.
Nice.
Was it a sketch or a photograph?
Yeah, I think it was a sketch artist
Yeah,
drawing.
I like that.
But sadly, I'm no longer Mid-Penn's most wanted. They've taken my photo down, and now a buddy of ours, Mac M,
I knew it.
he has his actual photo hanging up in the office, and he's Mid-Penn's most wanted, and I'm old news.
Okay.
I was wondering if
In fact, I guess I don't need this disguise anymore now that you mention it.
there's no reward for you for turning you in.
I'm not sure if there was a reward or not. Look, you might want to check.
So follow-up question on Mac. Is it the photo? Is it like a mugshot or is it like a trail cam photo?
I think it's a trail cam, in the
Like,
action,
yeah.
face cover.
Bushwhacking, like, okay.
Didn't quite get his mask up in time.
So, I've also heard that you're serving a double lifetime ban from the Barkley Marathons for a wardrobe malfunction violation.
This is the rumor. So the year I got into Barkley, it was cold. It snowed that year. There's snow on the start of the trail. And everyone's in their down puffy jackets and pants and bundled up. And I thought it would be funny to troll Laz, the race director. And I showed up in an American flag Speedo and a cape. And I'm standing there and like junking his face at the table when I'm trying to register. He's looking down. He won't look up, like eye contact. Just, all right, number 33. And so that was probably strike one. And then, if you don't know, in Barkley, he brings out a map, or he used to anyway. Bring out a map the night before, and you have your own paper map, and you have to try to replicate the map. You have limited time to do it. And everyone's all trying to get around and see the map, and this seems like a lot of work. And so I drew a little pirate map with like a sunken ship and treasure X marks the spot and palm trees. And he came over and looked at it and shook his head. And, even though I did quite well at that race, I've never been invited back, oddly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Another follow up. So you didn't study the course. How were you able to do reasonably? I know the answer to this, but how were you able to do reasonably well at that particular race if you don't know the course? What's the strategy?
So you either have to be very good at map and compass, and I had a map and had a compass. I'm not sure which way the compass goes, if I'm being honest. Or my plan was to go in so fit that I could just stay with the leaders, the veterans who had done it before. If they sprint up a hill, I'm sprinting up a hill. If they sprint down a hill, I'm staying with them. You know, decent hill climber, one of the best downhill runners I personally know, and I thought this would be
till you trained me.
Yeah. I thought this would be no problem. So we're running up these switchbacks, and all of a sudden people start running off into the bushes. I'm like, all right, I guess this is where the off trail starts. I chase after them. Within seconds, I'm dropped. They're all gone, and I'm alone in the woods. So that plan did not work out, and I actually had to rely a bit on the map and compass. So I highly recommend you are familiar with a compass and you have a map of some sort if you're going to give it a shot.
We're really lucky to live in California and so many good races and trails. What is your favorite local race or just like favorite place to run?
Man, that's I'm gonna put my thinking cap on here. I used to love the Ohlone 50K. I don't know if you guys are.
I love that race.
Yes.
I just don't know why, but I don't see the connection to the hat. But I love the race. Go ahead.
It's a thinking.
Thinking cap. And used to be every year around my birthday, and I'd go out there. And it's a really hard course, but it's beautiful. You're in the wilderness. Well, I don't know that it's beautiful actually. It's just hard, and I liked it. But
It's remote. It's remote. You definitely get the sense that you're alone.
Yeah. And there were these like mud pits. Some years it would rain and there'd be a lot of mud. I saw a guy, he like stepped up to his waist in mud. Took 5 people to pull him out, and when they pulled him out, he had no shoe left. And that was the end of his race. So, yeah.
Wow.
But these days, what is it? The no good, terrible, horrible.
No, just dog meat repeats.
50K, 10 times up and down.
The Duke's race.
Yeah, Dukong, and
I think
now
it's Sylvie's now.
Sylvie's now.
Abel is taking care of that one. So that's my favorite local race. But yeah, as you said, there's all kinds of great running around here. And, you know, I don't spend a lot of time on the trails, as we know. I'm mainly off trail.
Trailblazer. Yeah.
And there's some cool things in the Santa Cruz Mountains if people aren't familiar. Like there's old abandoned county jails where you can actually go into the jail and see the cells that people are locked in and the bunks that they slept in.
Wow.
I mean, you can do it. I don't even think you have to hop any fences. There's some holes in the fences here, so if you're not technically, I think it's all good. The mines, abandoned mines, in Quicksilver and some other places in the Santa Cruz Mountains, like Goonies-style adventures with water slides and 20-foot holes into underground rivers. There's an abandoned kind of fallout shelter in the mountains. There's old train tunnels that used to go to Santa Cruz, and you can still, they've been dynamited shut, but you can still find those. So all kinds of cool stuff for a guy who's willing to step off the trails here and there.
Interesting.
So you and I have actually been in, obviously, some of these things, including somewhat locally in Quicksilver, what appeared to be a very elaborate mine system, trail system. There were bunks, there were porta potties, but that turned out to be kind of bunk. What is the status of most of that we know, the mines and caverns in Quicksilver?
Yeah, that YouTube video that those high school kids put together, kind of Blair Witch Project. There's a lot of camera action, but no, that was not an open mine. And unfortunately, or fortunately, probably all the mines in Quicksilver have been sealed for safety. There's one that sometimes is open for visitors if the rangers take you through, but I think it was damaged in some rainstorms and probably still needs to be repaired, so that's not open at the moment. But it's still pretty fun to go around the park and try to find all the old mine entrances and see, all right, this one's boarded up or this one's still open, but it's collapsed. You probably don't want to go in there.
Yeah. We've had some good times exploring and or trying to get to some of the not most remote, but certainly extremely difficult parts to get to in the Santa Cruz Mountains and up north. The railroad tunnel adventure was super fun. Yeah. Like you mentioned there was some history to those railroad tunnels. Like what were they used as before, in the middle, and what's going on with them now?
Yeah. Hey Siri. There's a lot of interesting history in the Santa Cruz Mountains, especially with those train tunnels. But as I understand it, and you guys want to fact check me, you've got the internet. It was a timber baron who decided he wanted to build a train tunnel from San Jose to Santa Cruz for timber, and so they just dynamited through the mountain, and there were like a series of 9 different tunnels, or portals as they call them. I think they were built in 1879, 1880, and operated for about 60 years until 1940, and then they were no longer needed, and I think they were starting to fall apart and explode. Anyway, they dynamited them shut for the most part. So, we've been to some of the tunnels. You can only go in maybe 100 meters, a couple hundred meters, but you look up and you see this intricate, beautiful red brickwork. I think of this has been standing for over 100 years, right? Which is pretty incredible.
And the entrances are always these magnificent holes in the mountain, and in the Santa Cruz Mountains, everything always green, so it's,
One of them has like a waterfall coming over it, so you have to go through the waterfall to get into the old tunnel.
Yeah.
And legend has it, one of the tunnels was not dynamited shut and was converted into the Atomic Safe Company or something, built it into a bunker designed to store government documents and Walt Disney film originals in case there was a nuclear war. So, all the important stuff would be preserved there in this.
Have we been there yet? Because, I want to grab a couple of Mickeys.
I think maybe 2010, 2017. It's closed. I think they've moved everything to digital now.
Yeah.
But you can still go check it out. It's still there. Yeah.
That'll be fun. Yeah. What's the deal with supposed secret mountaintop lair? Does it really have a bomb shelter and automated machine guns?
Vernon J. Pick. This guy was a legend. It was a really cool story. He left home at 16, joined the Marines, didn't work out in the Marines, got court-martialed, spent some time in a naval prison.
The brig.
In the brig. And then he taught himself how to fly seaplanes.
Okay.
Went to Alaska and got a job in a gold mine, and then came back to the U.S. and decided he bought this old mill next to a river, and he taught himself electrical engineering, and then he built his own power plant, hydro power plant. And he was doing some kind of engine repair, rewinding of engines, copper wire, right? You got to rewind it back then. And that burned down. He took the insurance money and decided he was going to go look for uranium in Colorado, and spent 8 months barefoot, hiking through the mountains, blisters on his feet, like an ultra running, right?
Yeah.
Eating gels, probably. And sure enough, discovered the biggest uranium deposit ever, sold it for what today would be hundreds of millions of dollars.
Wow.
And then came to the Santa Cruz Mountains, and this is during the Cold War, and he was worried about the end of the world, and he built himself a bomb shelter on top of the mountain, and supposedly it had automated machine guns guarding the entrance to it.
Wow.
And you can actually go up into Sanborn Park and...
Oh, it's in Sanborn.
Yeah, I mean, you may have to go around a gate or something, but...
Be creative on the entry.
Yeah, if you walk up from the other side, you can You can still see the remnants of that today. They sealed the actual mine shaft, so you can go in like 100 feet. You don't go down for safety, obviously. But you can see his old laboratories and the buildings. And
Wow, that's cool.
the little bell that you press to get into the... to activate the machine guns, I guess.
Ring doorbell now.
For certainly one of the most memorable, like, off-trail adventures I went on with John was basically up El Sereno? Not El Sereno, not El Sabroso. What's the other one?
Loma Prieta?
Loma Prieta. And now getting to the top of Loma Prieta was cool. What to me was cooler was there were like abandoned homes up there. Like
Crazy Cat Lady?
that's the one. You want to tell the story?
Sadly, Crazy Cat Lady's house and trailer have all been
They're
razed.
gone. So and I was there.
You were there. Yeah, but so there's this elderly woman living up on top of the mountain, self-sufficient by herself. And apparently she had like a dozen cats. When Lauren and I were there, you could see the cat food wrappers still all over the floor.
That was pretty much all that was left was like cat food, like cans and crates.
Well, what happened? Why she left?
Well, they condemned her house because they wanted to get her out of there. But then she like moved into a trailer or a shed and said, "This is where I'm gonna live." And I think she was there for a while, and maybe she passed away, and then they bought the land or seized the land. I don't. You guys got the Google, but the county bought it, and tore everything down now, and
John and I did so we ended up going up there a couple of times, and the last time we were there, we took was it Luca, and the homes were just gone.
Yeah. Mike Helms, and I just outed him. He's been up there.
Yeah.
Luca. You guys might want to.
No last names.
The only trail challenge I think I've been on in recent years with you was the ages ago when we had to find the outhouse to get into the beer mile.
That was my intro, I think. That was my intro. That was my intro to off-trail adventures, I think.
Yeah.
Wow. Go
Go through the poison ivy or poison oak, whatever it was.
Okay, so we should set some context. John here was, for a few years, the RD of the local vertical beer mile, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's a beer mile, only straight up.
Yeah.
And the first one, you needed to qualify by finding an outhouse that was off-trail by a long abandoned Christmas tree farm in the Santa Cruz Mountains.
Yes.
Yeah. That was a fun hike.
Yeah, and a lot of people found it using Strava. A few people did not find it, but found some poison oak bushes and severely regretted that decision. But yeah, that was a lot of fun.
What's on your schedule coming up?
I am. The Rangers are listening. I'm retired. Don't have any shenanigans planned that I can publicly talk about.
Okay. Keep on stealth mode.
No races? No? Okay, look, I know we're gonna run Hard Rock again. So you've got to have a qualifier at some point. I know your qualifier this year didn't work out. You want to say anything about that?
Yeah, the Plain 100 up in Washington State, which is an interesting race in that it's all self-supported. So you have to carry all your own food, carry your water, or drink out of the creeks that you come along the way. In the old days, it was harder because you had to navigate. Now everyone has GPS, right? So you can just kind of follow the route. But yeah, I was really looking forward to doing the Plain and getting my Hard Rock qualifier.
But
there were some fires up there, and the race was canceled, and now I don't have a qualifier. And
are you shopping for 26 yet?
I'm getting old. I don't know if I can. I still got it in my back and the knees. But yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
And when you get old enough, you just become podcaster.
Oh, guys, I think the Rangers are here. I gotta go.
Ranger.
John, thanks for joining us.
Good to have John Burton on the show. Join us next time when we talk to somebody new. I don't know what's going
Well, maybe, or just talk to each other again next time.
Yeah.
But do expect more guests in the future. Yeah.
Sounds good. Thanks everyone for watching. See ya.
Wait, you wanted to quad dipsy,
Oh,
Fear and Loathing. Let's do it.
I think,
You guys, hang in there. Don't hang up the phone yet.
yes. You can't. Quad Dipsy's full. Get on the wait list. People don't show up. So do that.
But do check out the Quad Dipsy. I've run 8. No, hell or high water, I will probably show up. Hell or high water, probably. That doesn't work. But I would love to start my 9th this year. They do a 10-year jacket. I would love to do that. There's also the Hunter S. Thompson Fear and Loathing on December 7th this year. I think the first year I ran mine, it was December
Also
7th.
sold out. No one pays, so you just show up.
So you just show up. Yeah. And indeed, we will do another episode soon. We are working on the process of onboarding guests. I hope it worked out okay this time. You guys, I know we're low production value, but I hope you enjoy the content. Thanks so much.
Peace.